This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Astrid Kowlessar. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm wonderful, Angel Jones. It is such an honor and privilege to be able to speak to you tonight.
Same here, a Trini in the house, amazing audience.
I know. fellow Trini, that was really, really good to be able to be connected to you. I'm very, very excited. I mean, we've been connected since December, and it's nice to finally be able to chat.
Yeah, definitely. What was really cool is that I was talking to someone in England, and they said, I need to connect you with Astrid. That's super cool how that happens, doesn't it? It's a small world, isn't it?
I know. It was really, really, really nice. I'm like, oh yeah, that's very exciting. And I love the fedora.
Thank you.
That you have on your head is absolutely gorgeous. I love hats.
Thank you. I love hats as well. Yeah, definitely. My grandfather wore hats, and I intend to carry on the legacy. Well, what part of the world are you in right now?
Right now, I am actually in our home country in Trinidad. Sweet. I was here for Christmas, but I'm leaving in 7 days.
All right.
Going back to Miami.
All right. Now, tell me which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history.
Okay. It would be charisma and presence. Charisma, I mean, in terms of our friend in Great Britain who connected to us, I mean, I believe that I wouldn't have gotten his connection through having been present in terms of social media and also just being very charismatic. That always leads to very good networking.
So who did you learn that from?
Well, I mean, charisma, I believe you're born with it. I believe it's innate. I think it's hard to learn charisma, but you can learn presence. In terms of a role models like, Diane von Furstenberg, Audrey Hepburn, you learn that like having poise and having a lot of presence takes you far. Like it's always important to be very ladylike and open, even if you're a little savage. It doesn't hurt.
I love that. Well, it's really intriguing because some people think with presence, they physically need to be there, but even with your voice, you're holding a presence, aren't you?
Exactly. I mean, right now we're being present. Right now, we're having presence in terms of just even speaking, and then you take it to another level by actually structuring it as an interview on a podcast. So that makes it even more present. So no, definitely that is definitely a huge skill to continue developing, especially in our era of like information and all of that. Very important.
Now, do tell us what's your strength, please, and what you do for business.
What is my strength? Well, my strength is very much structural. For business, I do business planning, strategic planning with companies, and very, very much in terms of working with business models, working with companies and organizational structure. So what I would say about that is that I tend to go very intuitive and use a lot of insight, apart from just knowledge, apart from, you need to do this and you need to do this with your VP of communications, you need to add a division. No, I work a lot in terms of insight, and because it's about people, it's mainly about people. An organization is made up of people, first and foremost. And you need to be very insightful of people's emotions, people's ambitions in an organization to really understand where the organization's going and how exactly to fix it if it needs fixing.
Most definitely. So where can people connect with you who are listening?
How can people connect with me? I'm on social media, very, very much so. I use Twitter relentlessly. I'm Twitter handle at Astrid Bijou, ASTRID Bijou. Very easy. It's actually the easiest way to connect with me.
Sweet.
LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, I love LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Okay. Over the last 3 years, what I have done consistently, and even more than 3 years, is I have encouraged, I'm an encourager, and I have encouraged whoever I've met, whether it's loved ones close to me, friends, colleagues, to build upon their dreams and their goals and their ambitions, especially if it leads to innovation and improvement. And that's very, very important to me. It's been a driving force of mine even before I realized what innovation meant. Because I believe that if everyone draws upon their strengths and draws upon, I think you are given a purpose. I think everyone has a purpose, every single human being. And if someone's drawn to do anything, whether it is to cook, bake, build a company, build a bridge, then that's put into them, even if their education doesn't match it. I believe that everyone has that seed and that it helps the world progress. So this is what I've done consistently for 3 years, and I will always do. I encourage everyone to build on their dreams.
Looking back from today to then, how does it make you feel that you've been doing this?
Fantastic. I really do love being either a formal or an informal mentor or guide. If I can give advice or any form of help, anything that can help, and not only help another person, but help a situation or help a community, then my work is done. That is the work. That's really the work. Everything else is a profession and it adds to it, but that's the work, as far as I'm concerned.
Suggest to someone that's listening, someone out there that has the intuition and, love the people, why they should do what you've done by incorporating it in a way that helps others.
Why should they do that? Well, this is the thing in life, and this is something I've learned both in a good way and also a hard way. In life, you can be a leader at the forefront and have followers. And then sometimes you need to step back and be like a participant in a relay. So you give the advice, you pass the baton, and you have people continue. And maybe you never hear from these people again, but you have them continue in a positive light because it's planting a seed. And maybe if you give advice or you do that, you encourage someone, you may not see them again for the rest of your life, but maybe 5 years down the line, you hear that they've started a factory and they've employed a lot of people just from your advice, or something like that. And they have gone on and just really, really catapulted and they've helped many, many communities. That's amazing. That's powerful. I think that's where true power lies, and we all have the ability to tap into that and do that. It's so much better to be an encourager than a criticizer.
Love it. Well, amazing audience. Again, you're hearing it live from Astrid Kowlessar. Astrid, let's switch gears for a minute. Let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water.
Yes.
Astrid, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Okay, so this is a little funny, but my earliest childhood memory is attempting to ride my dog, my furry brown dog.
How old were you?
I was like about 3 or... I couldn't be more than 5. I think I had to be 3 or 4. Like, we were able to still walk and talk and stuff, but the dog is tall enough to be a horse, right?
Yes.
So, I jumped on the dog. The dog was my horse.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
Because, well, the dog was so sweet. Like, the dog never, it was fine. It was like, okay, I'll be your horse, you know. And that's the thing, that he just let me do it. And I guess I just wanted a pony, so I got my pony.
I love it. So how do you see that connecting to who you are today?
Oh my God. Well, I could tell you that I would never want to ride the dog again as an adult. Okay, so just to clarify that. But how does that seem? I guess I was willing to utilize whatever was in front of me to get my end goal in the best way possible. So I didn't have a horse, but I had a dog. So we were going to make do with the dog and use the dog.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I mean, you said to the beginning, without knowing it, you were using your intuition for innovation before you even knew what innovation fully encapsulated. That's really cool that you were doing it at that age. Yeah. Innovate. Yeah. Let's ride.
Yeah, innovate the dog.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's do this. And I think the intuition is pretty cool too, to know that, hey, this dog isn't going to turn around and snap at you. That he would actually, help you to achieve your goal at that particular age. That's pretty cool.
Angel, he let me ride him a little, as much as he could deal with.
Exactly, right? So, and that's great. That's great. All right, my friend, if we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
Right. Oh, that's actually easy. Night and Day by Albie Shaw. And it kind of still is. Oh my God, that's like the most amazing song ever.
Love it. All right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Astrid, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
I have not chosen one person in particular. I've chosen a group of colleagues to blend skills with.
Are you married?
Because am I married? No, I'm not married, and I don't plan to be.
Okay, do you have children?
No, I don't, but I don't mind having a cat.
All right. Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, I do, and I'm glad they haven't divorced me, because sometimes I don't call and sometimes I don't write, but I absolutely love them.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
I don't watch TV at all.
Wow. What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Computer, absolutely. Phone, not really, but internet, I do a lot of research. I love research, so yeah, I'm on it all the time.
All right. Astrid, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Astrid Kowlessar, what would you say that is?
The future exists now.
Love it. Yeah, just like Astrid just, like saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to ride this dog now, because the future definitely exists now. Love it. Astrid, this is a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
What would I like to share? Everyone has an amazing ability to contribute and improve in their communities and in their families and for themselves. So just go forth and do it.
Go forth, because, hey, folks, the future is now. Astrid Kowlessar, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazell Enterprise.